Hey there racers, welcome to the channel. Today we are driving into the high-speed tire-squealing action of Gran Turismo 7. It's time for a GR4 daily race on the legendary Laguna Seca track, one of the most iconic tracks in the world and an absolute playground for sim racers. The beauty I'll be driving today is the Renault Megane GR4. It's fast, it's balanced, and honestly, it's very fun to drive it. Of course, when I'm not overconfident. Today's race is 5 laps of pure chaos with me starting in P2. Can I hold my nerve and bring home the win, or will I end up as part of the gravel? Let's find out. This is going to be a fun one, so make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and stick around for some rookie racing madness. Let's jump into it. And off we go, and Ranson is already pulling away from the pack with his nimble Suzuki Swift. And there we go, this is the first corner, so I really try to manage my braking point here and just stay close to him as much as possible and trying to apply the pressure, waiting for him to make a mistake. And there we go, second turn, going as wide as I can, but unfortunately I dropped out because I didn't manage to carry as much speed as he could, so I'm just trying to cover up my lost distance here at this point. But unfortunately I didn't manage to attack this corner very good, so the P2 and P4 are already covering up my pace and catching me from behind. I need to make sure that I will need to defend this corner, the corkscrew one, and just try to keep my line. And as I approach this corner I carry too much speed, so here I go outside the track limits and I just need to make sure to remain calm. And at this point I was very slow, so I lost P2, now I'm P4, but the race is still ongoing, so I still have time to catch up. As we can see, the P2 has already a penalty, so the next lap it will be much easier if I can put on some pressure on him. And there we go, there is already a gap between us and the rest of the pack. Now I really need to focus and manage my braking points and the racing lines so I can potentially catch up with P2 and be in a fight with P1. But here the P2 makes a mistake, he goes wide, so there is a potential overtake, but unfortunately he brakes early, so I bump him. I lose a bit of momentum. Here I carry too much speed, so in order to keep the speed I go over the track limits, but I'm not losing focus. There is still a fight. Here I managed to close the gap, but unfortunately he brakes too early again, so I'm losing a lot of time here. So I know that if I want to be in a fight with P1 I must clear the P2 first, because he's too slow, so it will be way harder to fight with the P1 later. And I'm trying to apply the brake at the third guard here into the corkscrew and just easing off the throttle and slowly building up speed. Just easing off of the throttle a bit. That one guy is parked there, so we need to watch out. There we go, he will serve his penalty right now, so this is the moment I can overtake him. And there we go, through goes Chef in P2. And now I just need to chase down Ranson from P1 in order to get the race win. First I will try to reduce the gap to Ranson, because he's already accelerating harder than before, so he really wants that P1. Make sure that I put a lot of pressure on him in order to make him do a mistake, so I can catch up easier with him and potentially overtake him on the next lap. But as we can see here, I already managed to clear a gap between P2 and P3, so now I don't need to focus on defending, I'm just all out on attack. I think I have the chance to get the fastest lap also if I keep it clean here. But as we can see, Ranson makes a huge mistake, goes into the gravel. Oh, unfortunate for him. Now I'm P1, so I need to make sure that I keep it as clean as possible and just trying to manage the gap between me and P2. And I will try to not get too greedy with the exits, but there's still more than one lap to go, so I really need to make sure that I'm doing my best. Here I will try to brake near the third marker. There we go, down to second, and just going early on the throttle for a potential fastest lap. I really managed to create a gap between me and P2, but there are still 2 laps to go, so I need to make sure that I drive as clean as possible here as we go through this corner. Now I really need to make sure that I get the best entry and braking point, so I don't get understeer. There we go, full throttle, trying to carry speed into this corner in 4th gear. And we are 1 corner away from the long straight, so I need to make sure that I get the best exit speed as possible in order to keep my momentum up. So this is the long straight, we are already 4th gear. I'm just trying to clip the apex here and continue the momentum and carry on as much speed as I can. Here I need to find the perfect braking point, and from 3rd board down to 3rd gear, and there we go, nailed it. But there is still 1 more lap to go, so I need to make sure that I still can keep up this momentum. Down to 3rd gear, unfortunately I carry too much speed here, so I go a bit wide, and also I get greedy with the braking point, so almost end up in the gravel. However, I still managed to add another second to the gap, and this will be my last lap. The pressure is still on, and down we go to 2nd gear. Now I'm making sure that I accelerate early, and here I make a small mistake. I didn't get the best entry for this corner, so I was forced to slow down a bit, and I lost a couple of thousandths of seconds, but there is still half a lap to go, so let's keep the momentum up. And here I managed to get a good exit speed for the long straight. Now I just need to push and just keep the gap, clipping the apex and pushing towards the corkscrew section. And I'm trying to brake from the 4th board down to 3rd, clipping the apex as we leave this corner section. And I was too greedy here, so I managed to lose the balance of the car. If that mistake was not enough, here I make another one. I go a bit wide and manage to go with 2 tires on the gravel. The gap has come down to below 1 second, so I need to make sure that I get the perfect exit as this corner. P1, let's go! From P2 on the grid to the top step of the virtual podium. The Renault Megane was an absolute champ, and for a rookie, I'd say I did pretty damn well. I may have made a few mistakes, but hey, it's still part of racing, and I'm still a rookie. On to the next one. If you enjoyed the ride, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more sim racing chaos, and drop a comment below with your favorite moment from the race, or let me know which car I should tackle next. Until next time, keep racing, keep learning, and as always, I'll see you on the track. Bye bye!